All I can say is just horrible. Especially when you understand mentally what's going down, but you cannot respond physically. It's horrible. The mind healed, but the body's not. It's terrible. I used to put my head through the armhole. Right? It was terrible. It was really frustrating. Some holding jumpers. See, I just got to distinguish what's the right hole to put my head through. Now eventually I got through to the right hole to put my head through. Just all mental stimulation, really. It's a lot but sure everything came together.
There was many times when Michael felt a little bit doubtful. You wouldn't give as much, and there were the days where you kind of like be thinking about the change, you know. But in it all, he still carried on. He still pursued.
Well, Michael's a fighter, and I always remember Michael saying, "Suzanne, no pain, no gain," you know, because I remember the times we were trying to stretch his leg or trying to stand him up. "Come on, Michael, is it hurting you?" And I used to hurt for him, you know, and he used to say to me, "Suzanne, no pain, no gain."
After almost 2 years of intensive physio and speech therapy, Michael was able to go home.
He recovered from a more severe head injury than I've seen anyone else get through. His recovery in terms of both his mental and physical functions has been equally remarkable, and I think that really is a testament to his determination.
What day is it today?
June.
And what month is it?
A lifelong Arsenal supporter, Michael's friends organised a charity event at Highbury to raise money for his long-term care. Michael believed that the British Boxing Board of Control had failed to protect him by not providing adequate medical care at ringside on the night, and he decided to sue them for negligence.
It was quite a mixed reaction, really, because a lot of people were worried that, like, if the board were or did fold, you know, boxing would cease because there would be nobody to actually administer it. But I think it was a very brave move from Michael, and I think he got a lot of support from a lot of people because, you know, if they were negligent, they should, you know, pay the price. And, you know, unfortunately, that negligence left Michael in the situation which he is today.
The boxing board's not really looking out for the boxers' interests, maybe themselves. And it's nice that Michael's made a stand, and good luck to him because he's got a future and he's going to need the money because all the money that he's brought in for the boxing board over the years, what has he got back? Nothing.
8 years after the fight, the High Court found the British Boxing Board of Control to have been negligent in not providing appropriate resuscitation equipment at ringside and doctors properly qualified to use it. The board were instructed to pay Michael damages, payment of which has yet to be settled.
What happened to Michael Watson showed that there was a lot of inadequacies in the British Boxing Board of Control and their medical procedures, and obviously the main thing was has been shown getting oxygen to the boxer as soon as he's collapsed, and that didn't happen in the Michael Watson case.
Since the Watson fight, and since, you know, Michael suffered those terrible injuries, I think boxing has become a lot safer because they have, you know, clearly identified paramedics, they have oxygen by the ringside, they have designated ambulances to go to a designated hospital which deals with injuries to the brain.
Certainly 4 or 5 of the 7 or 8 people that have had subdural hemorrhages since then would have probably died if the safety regulations that were introduced rapidly after Michael Watson's nearly fatal final fight hadn't been introduced.
Michael's injury certainly made boxing safer, and although it ended his career, he isn't bitter. He has a strong belief that his life is in the hands of God.
I can believe he's recovering, yeah, because he's a man who's got strong faith and he's got a strong belief in God. And I think that's really helped him in this whole of this process. And so, yeah, it has been amazing. It has been a miracle, you know, to many people as a testimony how You know, he's managed to regain all of his mobility.
He was really a bad point of, you know, life or death, and for him to be standing up, and, you know, I think that's just through his faith and determination, and really shows the type of character that he is.
What can I say about thanking you? Yes. Thanking you ever so much, Father, for life. Yes. Life, eternal life. Yes. Yes. Giving us great hope, we can be fully assured. Yes. So we have a life to look forward to. Father.
10 years after the fight, and Michael has healed both physically and emotionally, and is now ready to meet publicly with Chris Eubank for the first time.
There are people who say the best fight ever seen in the British ring is Nigel Benn, Chris Eubank won in 1990. That's not true. That's not true. Michael Watson, Chris Eubank too, has been the best fight ever seen in the British ring. You know, in every regard, Michael showed what this game was about up until the 11th round. Total resolve, total conviction, total application of the art.
I believe I will have flashbacks on the way things used to be before the fight. It will be hard, but at the same time I want him to see the transformation and what God has done throughout my life. And for me to express forgiveness to him, I want Chris to see the transformation deep within me. That's where it's at.
I give God thanks that the both can get together. And Michael is not carrying any feeling for Chris, because he said it, you know, and because it could happen either way, you know, and to let Chris know that there is no feeling against him.
You know, I feel completely different toward this man. My prayers have been for this man for such a long time. I've been praying for you. I've been praying for you, Chris. You're forgiven. This can happen to anyone. Well, God bless you with such great ability in entertaining the public. Unfortunately, an accident has happened. Well, it brings a lot of memories in regards to things which have been said to me, and in regards to what happened, and you know, the people have downfalls in life. Yeah. But that's not where it's at. Life must go on. It was total. His victory was, I mean, after the fight, I remember saying to the press that he, you know, this is the only man who's beaten me to date. Just because I've got the decision doesn't really mean that I won.
This is a guy who should be dead. You know, he is the boxer who came back from the dead. That remains an absolute established medical fact. He should not have made any recovery, according to all of the medical experts that have ever peered inside his head.
I'm there, I'm an entertainer. I'm also a winner. I don't like to do something without coming out on top. I'm doing something I like to come across completely victorious.